Nate, what have you guys been able to look at and say, hey, we identified that this worked well, but you still have to build on after a strong performance and a win in your start?
I think the run action's really good. We saw that, coming out in the second half. I think they got the ball moving, and then also the drop back game, I think, was really successful. So we're going to go, take both those things, use them as strengths, and go into this week.
Did you, obviously, I think we've talked before about the Western Michigan game, last year. That was sort of a really basic game plan, a lot of handoffs, and, you didn't really take too many chances in that game. Did it feel good to get out this past Thursday and maybe be able to open it up a little bit more, have a bit more of a forward playbook, and really kind of go at it?
Definitely. I know Cignetti trusts me with the full game plan, and so we went out and there, executed it. It was a lot of fun. Get out there and play football.
You, before the last two starts, you've calmed your nerves, I guess, playing the piano. How long have you been playing, and how does that calm you down?
I've been playing since like 7th grade or something. I kind of I play for fun. I'm not like super good or anything like that, but I enjoy playing it. I think it's just something I do a lot in my free time, and it's just something easy to take my mind off the game.
We're talking to Bub, and he's talking about how they want to support you as much as possible. How have the receivers supported you? And just it's just 1 week of starting, but getting you there, and since then trying to get you ready for this week.
All those guys, every guy in the receiver room has been extremely supportive. Bub especially, those older guys, Tay, Day, all those guys, even the young guy, Kenny. Kenny gave me some word of encouragement coming out there. I thought that was hilarious. That whole group is a lot of fun, and we have fun playing football. I think that's important. And we go out there and make plays, so it's going to be good.
What's the best attribute of your game? Like when you sit back and you think about yourself, you're like, at the end of the day, I can rely on this more than anything else.
I think it's my ability to just, feel the game. I think throughout the game I can see what's working well, what's not, and kind of adapt.
What has kept this team positive, over all these weeks? I mean, Bub was very enthusiastic today, like he always is.
Bub's super. All those guys super positive. I think our whole team is. I think it's the culture that Pitt has. We're a football school. We love it. We enjoy coming out here. Pittsburgh, the city. We all love football. Even we're losing, we still get an opportunity to go out next week and play. And I think that's really exciting.
Coming up from Texas, do you feel like you've become? You've been here for like 3 years now. Do you feel like you're part of this city, this campus? You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of other Pitt sporting events this past weekend. Are you getting into all that stuff? Do you feel like you're really? This is sort of like a second home for you?
Oh, definitely. I've been here for 3 years. Volleyball's playing fantastic. Basketball's getting going. It's really exciting. I think Pitt's athletics is going really well. And, I know this wasn't the year football wanted, but we're going to finish strong, and that's all I'm focused on.
Early in the last game, you kept finding tight ends. You found Malcolm deep. You found Carter in different spots. Was there an emphasis this week to say, hey, get the ball to these guys if they're in certain spots, or was that just more of you were just processing in that moment and they just happened to be the guy?
I have a lot of trust with everyone on the offense, receivers, tight ends. Running backs. You saw Rodney had a hell of a game. Offensive line stepped up. But I definitely, Carter and Epps, both those guys I have a lot of faith in. I live with the tight ends. I knew those guys can make plays, and so when they had opportunities and the defense gave it to us, I knew they would catch the ball.
That first pass, I remember you called play action. You roll to your right. You had, I think, Bub in the flat. You had Konate coming back. Both looked like they had space, but you went to your third read, it looked like, and found Malcolm crossing. Walk me through, what was your mental process of not taking either of those looks and saying, hey, I got something there?
As I came out on the boot, I just saw the whole defense kind of falling. Like everybody was chasing Bub. I saw the whole defense flowing right, so I knew if I got back, there would be no one there to cover Malcolm.
How hard is that to do in the moment with guys chasing you, and how difficult is it to play quarterback in a situation like that?
You just got to rely on your training. A lot of those things I don't think about. When you're playing, you don't even think about it. You just do it. I've been coached every time 1 to 2. So 1, you see the defense run, you go to 2. So you just all trust your training.
You went to 3 in that point.
Yes, sir. Yeah,
but
it's good.
Is that a result of coaching, of having you ready for those moments? So it is instincts and not as much having to think as much on the run?
Definitely. Most of the thinking's pre-snap. And post-snap, you should know where you're starting, and then it's just training at that point.